Good, happy Thursday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Londonderry Turnpike and Hooksett closed after head-on collision. The Londonderry Turnpike from Smith Road to Willington Road in Hooksett was closed Thursday after a head-on collision. Donald Trump delivers speech on trade in Manchester. Donald Trump was in Manchester Thursday to deliver what his campaign called a major speech on trade. Matt Damon pulls off Elbert Jason Berner prank on bystanders. The new Jason Berner movie and a charity that provides clean water are getting big buzz thanks to an elaborate prank involving its star, Matt Damon. Fresh Air Kids rolling in Thursday. The first bus filled with children from New York City rolls into Bedford Thursday as families across the state await their fresh air child. Beach advisory issued for 4 locations in state. The New Hampshire Department of Environmental Services has issued 4 beach advisories Thursday for water bodies in Keene, Washington, Whitefield, and Deering. Man charged in a connection with teen's drug death to change plea. A man charged in the overdose death of a teenager girl in Rochester Motel is planning to change his plea. Officials, military base says active shooter drill was planned. Officials say reports of an active shooter at a military post outside Washington stemmed from someone who made a distress call Thursday after seeing security forces doing a routine inspection. 2 women arrested after drug found in home with children present, police say. 2 Goffstown mothers are facing charges after they were accused of exposing their children to uncapped needles and drugs, police said. Maltonborough police seek missing man. Police in Maltonborough are searching for a missing teenager who disappeared on Monday afternoon. UNH hockey to take on Northeastern at Fenway Park. Frozen Fenway is set to return to Boston in 2017, and the University of New Hampshire's men's hockey team will be a part of it. Manchester drug dealer admits to selling fatal heroin dose. A Manchester woman has admitted to selling a fatal dose of heroin that killed another woman in Laconia, Drug Enforcement Administration officials said. Teen bicyclist seriously injured when struck by SUV. A teenager boy was seriously injured Tuesday after he was struck by a SUV in Merrimack. Fan struck in head by foul ball at Fisher Cats game. A fan was struck in the head by a foul ball Wednesday night during the New Hampshire Fisher Cats game at Northeast Delta Dental Stadium. GOP smells blood in critical Florida Senate race. Republicans are trying to end the Florida Senate race before it even begins. In one dramatic day this month, the entire race, one of roughly a half a dozen on which control of the Senate rests was turned on its head. First, GOP Senator Marco Rubio dropped his retirement plans and announced plans to run for re-election within hours. The CBS affiliate in Miami aired a bombshell investigation story. According the Democratic establishment chosen candidate, 33-year-old Rep. Patrick Murphy of the rampant resume inflections. Dow, S&P post third straight quarterly gain as post-Brexit recovery continues. U.S. stocks closed higher Thursday, the last day of the quarter, in their third straight day of recovery from the post-Brexit sell-off. The Dow Joe Industrial Average rose nearly 1.4% for the quarter, while the S&P 500 rose 1.9% for the third straight quarter of gains. Pentagon lifts ban on transgender service members. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Survival. The reality is that we have transgender service members serving in uniform today. And I have a responsibility to them and to their commanders to provide them both with clearer and more consistent guidance than is provided by current policies. Right now, most of our transgender service members must go outside the military medical system in order to obtain medical care that is judged by doctors to be necessary. And they have to pay for it out of their own pockets. This is inconsistent with our promise to all our troops that we will take care of them and pay for necessary medical treatment. I and the Defense Department's other senior leaders who have been studying this issue over the past year have met with some of these transgender service members. They've deployed all over the world, serving on aircraft, submarines, forward operating bases, and right here in the Pentagon. And while I learned that in most cases their peers and local commanders have recognized the value of retaining such high-quality people, I also learned that the lack of clear guidelines for how to handle this issue puts the commanders and the service members in a difficult and unfair position. Americans who want to serve and can meet our standards should be afforded the opportunity to compete to do so. After all, our all-volunteer force is built upon having the most qualified Americans.
Okay, and there you have it. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.